What is up? We got Metal Gets Me High, episode 62. We got me, Al, we got Ramon and Brad, and we have a special guest. We have Skyler from the band CELL. How are you doing tonight, man?
Good, man. How are y'all? Thanks for having me.
Good.
Fucking great.
I just came across your EP. I'm someone who I try to find as much new music as I can, and this year it's been hard for me to find albums that I really fuck with, but I've been finding a lot of EPs that I fuck with, and yours is one of them. It's been getting a lot of rotation at the gym. It's cool. It's like I feel like deathcore has become a dirty word, but it's like all the things that I like about deathcore in it.
Yeah.
And then, my personal favorite part in it is in the song Beneath the Surface. I like how there's like 10 to 15 seconds of like a Slipknot vibe in the song. It's you know, as probably my favorite band of all time, they don't make music that I like anymore, so like whenever I hear somebody do something that's similar to them that I like, it always sticks in my head.
Hell yeah, man. Thanks, bro. Yeah, that song specifically, aside from Certain Death, that's like one of my top two off of the record, so it's cool. I didn't expect that song when we were first writing it to get like the love that it's gotten, but it's been one of the most like shared since the album dropped. So it's cool. And it had a crazy at our record release. It was fucking the kids there were fucking tripping out about it. So I was excited for everyone to have a chance to hear it. But thank you guys.
Yeah, no problem, man. Like before we start getting into your guys' music, I want to know like how did you get into heavy music?
Just me personally?
Yeah, you personally.
I initially found it was like Pray for Plagues by Bring Me the Horizon. My cousin introduced me to that, and I was like, that shit's dope, and I want to listen to it. I mean, growing up, you know what I mean? Like my mom, she was listening to like Limp Bizkit, Linkin Park, like all of the generic shit. So my first concert that I ever went to, I think, was like Shinedown, 3 Days Grace, My Darkest Days, and there was someone else that was on there, but I was like, I think like nine or 10 in that area, and I was just like, just drawn into it. You know what I mean? Like I was like, shit's fucking, this is cool, you know? And I mean, because I would see like church bands and shit like that play when I was growing up, and obviously I'm not a religious type of person anymore, but like my upbringing, like I was always in like, you know, Southern Baptist church. So like me and my grandma and my mom growing up, I would just be in church every Sunday. So my first introduction to like live music was through that. And then my mom took me to see that tour package. And then I started finding out like about local music and shit like that. And that was back when like metalcore and like Christian metalcore were super big. Back in like, I'd say like 2012 for me, because I'm almost 25 now. So yeah, that was back in like 2012, I believe. And that was what introduced me to like just like Oklahoma and like the Oklahoma scene. So I started making friends, and through the years started messing around with bands and shit, and here we are now.
That's I feel like I've got like a little bit of a similar thing, like, you know, musical upbringing where like I went to church every Sunday too, and
sorry to hear that.
Hey, you know, it's for some people, it's part of their lives, and you know, I'm like you, where it's not my thing anymore, but and then getting into the more popular stuff, and then kind of going into like, you know, Bring Me the Horizon. It's like a deathcore. For me, it was Suicide Silence in Whitechapel.
Yeah.
And so like that's cool hearing, you know, you're another part of the United States, but kind of a similar trajectory.
Upbringing. Yeah, for sure. And
with the biscuit.
Oh yeah.
Fucking Limp Bizkit. Fuck yeah.
Bro. That's my shit, dude. Significant Other, bro. There is not a record that has ever topped that for me, ever. Never will be. But dude, I honestly feel like a lot of people that like I met just like through like touring and stuff, like if we're just like sitting there, you know what I mean, having a beer, talking, kind of like meeting new friends and shit like that. A lot of the people that I've met, they have a pretty similar experience to like being introduced to like heavy music, because it always goes from like, well, I was going to church when I was younger, and then it goes from like that straight to like underground like metal scene. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I can tell you the
especially
album that broke me, like from the church thing. I remember always liking metal, and like I would limit myself on like the certain metal that I'd listen to. This is when I'm in like high school, because I'm like, that seems too evil, and like I'm going to church with my parents, like they're gonna think I'm crazy. And then Behemoth put out the album The Satanist, and it just like I was like, man, like if liking this ain't right, I don't want to be right. Like this is it, man.
For
And
sure.
then that's what opened the door, where it's like from there, it allowed me to like get the balls to listen to Cannibal Corpse and go more in that, quote, like scarier side of heavy music. So
yeah, because it gets dark for fucking sure.
And like
Dude,
especially as a teenager, and you don't like, now I'm an adult, and like that dudes and bands are just normal dudes, not like
the nicest fucking people.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
dude. Like the best way that I explain it is like, because it's obviously like when I'm on stage and like we're performing, and this is just from a personal perspective, but like I do this whole thing where like I go like, it's like I kind of go into like a different zone, you know what I mean? And I'm sitting there like beating the fuck out of myself and like spitting on people, and just like I get like really, really fucking into it. And then kids will come up to the merch table and they're like, dude, like we thought you were gonna be like a dick or like one of the fucking like, you just look like scary, and then you're like chilling. Can we get a picture? Can you sign my fucking shoe? You know what I mean? Shit like that. So I was there too when I was meeting bands when I was younger. Like I always saw like I was very intimidated by like meeting like people who were like frontmen of bands or even the bassist or the guitarist, you know what I mean? And then you meet them and you're like, oh, these are just dudes trying to fucking just play some shit,
Yeah.
So the way that I explain it, for me, I'm just a guy from Oklahoma, and I've just got some shit to say. That's it.
That's dope as fuck.
As far as like with do you play an instrument, or are you just the vocal guy?
I take a part in like writing CELL stuff.
Okay, sick.
So like on the new record, the end of Certain Death, when it's like the weird like I guess you would call it like not a panic chord, but like it's like the and then the riff comes in. That was all me.
Okay.
And then there were like a few other parts, like the breakdown and Bleed All I've Known. I wrote that. That was like me and Ty. Because I'll just, if like we can't come up with something, I'll be like, give me the fucking guitar. Because I can play slam and fucking breakdowns and shit like that. That's easy. I can't write very like intricate shit, but I mean, I
you're caveman. The more caveman, the better, right, brother?
Oh yeah, dude. The first four frets are all that fucking matter, dude. If you're playing anything other than the first four frets, I will not fucking listen to it.
I don't want to hear it. Hey, ask this guy. Usually, I'm that guy. I'm like, if it's fucking lower than the fourth, count me out.
Yeah, for real. No, I feel that, bro.
Or higher than the fourth, I should say.
My favorite term that I've heard for that is Josta recently called it "four to the floor," and I'm like, yeah, that's a good way to call it.
That's sick as fuck.
Yeah, that fits.
Like what, as far as you go coming up in music, like what made you go from like I'm a fan of this to, oh shit, I want to make my own version of this?
I mean I was very like drawn to like wanting to do vocals. Like I said, the first time I ever listened to Pray for Plays, I like was with my cousin in his apartment that he was living in with his mom and his siblings at the time. And I was like, I want to fucking learn how to do that. That shit's crazy. Like, how the fuck does he make those noises? And so it kind of went from like me like being on YouTube, like watching like the Zen of Screaming. You guys are familiar with that?
Heck yeah.
I watched shit like that. I watched a lot of like vocal tutorials on how to like do like different range and shit. So like when I first started doing vocals, it went from like I wanted to do the really high pitch shit, and like my voice started developing because I started trying to do that shit when I was like 12 or 13. So my voice wasn't, it wasn't all the way there. Yeah. So when I started getting comfortable with like learning how to use my diaphragm and breathing techniques and all that shit, it just kind of like went from like being like up to like I feel like more comfortable doing like lower range stuff. Okay. And so like my lower range shit is like where I'm most comfortable at. And the first time I ever learned how to do gutter rolls, I was like, yeah, I'm fucking staying right here.
This sounds wild.
Yeah.
I'm not changing anything.
Yeah. So like I mean, and I'll still kind of like put in like highs and shit, and they're like on the records, like you can hear like layers of highs over the lows and stuff. And that I just feel like for me, like it gives it more of like an oomph, you know what I mean? But
Agreed.
I hate doing that shit live because it hurts my throat really bad. But yeah, like it was specifically that time that I found out about that band, and then from there, like I just kept like teaching myself how to do it. I started one of my first bands out of Oklahoma called Omen when I was 15.
Okay,
and that was like the first band that I was like ever like pretty actively like touring with and all that shit. Like I was like missing school to go
touring
on.
at 15.
I think I started Omen at 15, but our first tour I don't believe was until I was like 16 or 17.
Yeah,
but I was still like ditching school to fucking go rock, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's hard.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, bro.
So you've mentioned obviously you're from Oklahoma, and like from what I've seen outsider perspective, like there's a budding scene going on over there, and I feel like Killing Flesh is obviously like a big reason for that because they're becoming one of the biggest bands right now.
Yeah, those are some of our like best friends, bro. They're fucking solid. I've known Soto since I was fucking 14, 15.
No shit.
Yeah,
Did you meet him in the scene or like was it at school or?
So me and Jason, he plays guitar in Peeling Flesh as well. He started Omen with me when we were like teenagers. Okay. And so Soto, our first initial interaction with Soto was Soto hit us up to record our EP. And so that's like how me, him, and Jason met. And we've just been friends ever since.
Holy shit. That's wild.
That's
awesome that you guys
our friendships go fucking way back, bro.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's
good
so dope.
Good fucking people, bro.
Yeah, we've all known each other for about 14, 13 in that range, right?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, so that's pretty crazy.
It's a long fucking time, bro.
Yeah,
it is. So
Brad, you might be muted. I can't hear you.
Muted, but it's all
too long. I need to retire these guys.
Too long.
See, we're like the opposite. We're just wanting to kind of start playing music now, so it's like being the old dudes trying to. But it's like
you gotta teach an old dog some new tricks sometimes. Huh?
Oh yeah.
But what are some bands that in your scene that you feel like maybe people don't know about? Because obviously I've heard of your band. I know Peeling Flesh, but what are some other bands in Oklahoma that you feel like are doing good things?
We get asked this, or I mean, I feel like I do most of the interviews, but I get asked this every time, and I always go on like a tangent. So there's Sludge, which my best friend Colton does vocals in that. They're fucking sick. Check out Hell Walk by them.
Okay.
There's a band called Bashed In. Joey from Peeling, and he used to play drums in CELL. He plays guitar in that, and that's my friend Evan and Chase and Vega, and Indigo. One of my like closest friends, Stevo, he plays in a band called Agony, and they're more like hardcore based, but they're still fucking sick. It's another fucking band. There's Aiden and his band Defiled is cool. They're like a beat down band, and I'm pretty sure they have another band that they started called Peace Pipe, which I think is gonna be like Slam. I haven't heard anything from it yet, but
right up my alley, honestly.
Yeah, bro.
Peace Pipe and it's Slam.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, dude. There's a fuckload of bands coming out of Oklahoma right now, and it's really cool to see because like our scene was kind of like deteriorating a little bit whenever COVID took place. So it was like shows were just so fucking shot, right? And then
same here.
Yeah, and you guys, where are you guys from again?
California.
So we're locked down forever.
What
want to do shit?
So are y'all from like the Bay Area?
So
we're like an hour and a half east of the Bay Area.
Okay,
that's where we go to shows in the Bay Area.
Yeah, we're right in the middle. We're right in the middle of the fucking it's the armpit. If you look at it.
Yeah, dude, I fucking every time we go to Cali, we'll be out there in I think June with Spite and Bodysnatcher, and we're out there. We're out there for like 4 days, so it's gonna be fucking sick, dude. I love going to Cali every time.
We'll have to check you out for sure. Bodysnatcher's fucking dope too. We've got
that's one of Razor's favorite bands right there.
Yeah, they're fucking awesome.
Kyle, and Kyle, bro, they all fucking go wild.
Dude, Kyle's fucking sick, and he fucking bro, like his range for like, because he's a pretty tiny guy.
Yeah,
but dude, I fucking every time I see him, like we chat it up or whatever, and then I'll fucking watch him play, and I'm just like, how does he fucking do that?
Dude, you know what? It's the same. So the same kind of reaction I had when I first saw Phil Bozeman play. I was like, how does this come out of that small man?
Dude, and
he's so small, but he sounds 6'6".
I never knew how tiny he was either until I saw them at 89th Street. Fucking, it was a long time ago, but I was like, God damn, bro, he's tiny as fuck.
Yeah, he's like 5'6", 140 pounds.
Yeah, making some fucking demon noises straight from the depths of fucking hell.
Yeah, straight up.
Pulling that shit out straight from his balls. I'm telling you.
My favorite thing that I ever saw him do was like the unanswered.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Hold on. That's what got me. This is actually the first time I ever heard about Phil. Was Al showed me unanswered, him covering unanswered.
Dude,
he's like, you know how big he is? He's like 5'6", and I was like,
it's fucked. It's literally fucked up. I mean, like, I thought, like, again, like another piece that I was like, I want to fucking make shit like that too. You know what I mean? Because that came out when I was probably like, I would say like. When did that come out? I don't know.
2013?
So that was
so I was like 13 or 14 when that dropped. Yeah.
Holy shit.
It was fucked,
That's so wild.
Yeah. Have you ever heard the story behind that performance? I heard it recently. And so basically,
was he dog shit sick or they had been on the road for all night?
No, so he was dog shit sick, and he was like in the most like depressive state he's ever been, where like he got down to like 120 pounds, wasn't eating. You know, got the invitation to do this and like didn't really want to just because like mentally he wasn't there, but he did it obviously. So he flew there, was only going to be there for about 6 hours and then fly back. And he was on like 2 hours of sleep, felt horrible, and went up stage and like performed like
just fucking killed that shit, bro.
Literally my favorite live video on the internet.
that and like the who was that? What was that one video that went around a long time ago? It was like Disfiguring the Goddess and what is that? They're just like it's two vocalists in the fucking room.
I don't know. I don't even know if I've heard that one.
I'll have to see if I can. I'll have to see if I can find it, and I'll send it to you guys on Instagram. But
please,
wild ass video.
Oh, dude, it's just two. It's the Disfiguring the Goddess vocalist, and then another vocalist, but I can't fucking remember who it is. But they're just like in a room, just like laying vocals over a track, and I'm just like, what the fuck, man? Like, how the fuck do they do that? Like, god damn.
You know what? The one of those videos that did it to me too. Another Whitechapel was Al showed me the drummer from Whitechapel.
Oh yeah, Ben Hartwell Road back in the day.
He was in like a fucking studio, and there's like 10 cameras or whatever the fuck,
and he's just fucking going off, bro.
Dude, wildest shit I ever seen. Which I'm like, that was one of the things I was like, I need to hear more of this.
He's got the snare and he's just like fingering the snare.
Yeah, bro. It's fun,
dude. Which, like, speaking of them, like off topic, but like, I'm actually really excited for their next album because supposedly it's supposed to be like super slam influenced and like they're trying to make it the heaviest album they've ever made because they've like kind of, you know, gone more towards like a Tool deathcore type thing. Which, like, you know, I like it, but when I heard that, I was like, oh man, hopefully we could get some of those like disgusting gutturals that Phil does best.
Slam is making its fucking way into the underground scene, bro, and it's fucking it's getting popular. It's sick. It's cool to see,
dude. I love it. I love it because anything that's fucking just ignorantly fucking hard, I want to hear it, dude.
Again, it goes back to the first 4, bro.
Yeah.
That's all you need, bro.
And like with Peeling Flesh, I'm so bummed because they're gonna be coming around to us
on that
Bog.
same tour.
Yeah. And I want to go to that really bad.
I got my ticket already.
So
I'm going.
I'm missing out on seeing them, but I'm like, Ramon, please get me a fucking Peeling Flesh shirt because I need.
If you guys ever get a chance to, like, so on our record release, it was like CELL, Peeling, Bastion, Inside You, and Sledge. Or I think it was Bastion, Inside You, Sledge, Peeling, and CELL. Or I think we flipped because Peeling was headlining for it. But
yeah,
there were kids that like flew out. We had like almost 500 kids in a fucking VFW.
That's sick, man.
Yeah, like the line like wrapped all the way down the street and shit. It was fucked, bro. It was really cool.
So wild.
If you guys ever get a chance to, and you see a lineup that like Backroom is doing for Peeling, I recommend seeing Peeling in Oklahoma for sure.
I would love that.
Oh,
we did we're down to travel because we did Banging in the Rock this past winter.
Yeah, so my my homies in Agony, they played that. I can't remember what day.
They just the 197 Media video came out today.
Yeah. Shout out Agony, bro. Oh yeah,
that's dope as fuck.
Yes, sir.
And like obviously you're in a like an area where you wouldn't think there's like a big scene. What do you think kind of like is a reason that there are like these smaller markets like Oklahoma, like Arkansas, that are like having, you know, really good music, really good bands coming out of that? What do you think it like kind of attributes to that?
I think everybody's just bored, bro.
Real shit.
No, I don't know. I mean, like, they're like just through like meeting people that are like new, because I've been in Oklahoma and I've been involved in Oklahoma hardcore and like all of this shit since I was a kid. You know what I mean? And now me and all my friends, like, we've taken the reins of like doing the booking and putting on shows, and you know, like I mean, it's really like my friend Chwan. Chwan runs Backroom Productions, which is the booking agency side, and then my buddy Stevo, he runs Backroom Print Shop. So it's like, but it all correlates to one. So like, if I'm not working at the print shop, I'll be working at the shows, and even if I'm not doing it, you know what I mean? Like if we're just always like, we always have shit going on. So when we started booking shows just randomly, because we just randomly booked, our friends in No Zodiac were like coming through and they needed like an off date. And so we were like, well, fuck it, we'll take it. And so we took it and we booked it at this random fucking warehouse, not really expecting anything like crazy to happen. And it was like 200 plus kids that showed up just on a fucking whim, like with 2 or 3 days notice. And so it was like a whole new group of kids that like none of us had seen before. And just getting like overtime and like more and more shows, you know what I mean? Like, even if I'm not playing a show or CELL's not doing something specific to that show, I'm working it. So I'm running around helping out. I get to meet all these fucking new people and shit. And a lot of these kids that are like coming out of Oklahoma, they're talented as fuck, you know what I mean? Yeah. And so like we sit there and we promote, like, start bands, get on shows, you know what I mean? Find people who want to fucking play music and like make a fucking band, play a fucking show, and just go, and like don't fucking slow down.
That the Oklahoma scene is just fucking on it like that. That's fucking. That's
it's
so
booming,
dope.
bro. It's booming. It's cool to see because, like I said, I mean, when COVID happened, like everything was just kind of like going in decline.
People are hungry right now.
Yeah, bro, and like metal and like hardcore is like so big on like TikTok too. It's like all these fucking kids are like finding out about it through that, and they're like, well, fuck, I want to go see that. And then they come and they're like, I want to go to every fucking show now. You know, because it is an experience, and it's not for everybody, but it's a fucking experience for sure.
It's funny because Brad's brother, he goes to all the shows
crazy amount of shows,
and if not more than us. But he's what is he now, Brad? 19 now.
19.
And yeah, he's always telling us that he found out about this on TikTok and all this. I don't have TikTok, but I'm like, it's crazy that it's so big that the heavy music is so big on TikTok.
It's just so like it's so in like in I don't know, they just like it meshes so well because like, you know, like back when social media was big for me, everybody was like, oh, we got Facebook, you know what I mean, or we got fucking Twitter or Instagram or whatever. And now it's like all I ever see is like kids like on TikTok or fuck, you know what I mean? So it's like it's cool that like it migrated from like over here to over here because it like kind of acclimates to like what they're on all the time. And so if you see one video of a hardcore show happening, you know, in fucking South Texas or fucking Oklahoma or California somewhere, you're gonna want to find that in your area, and then you go and you're like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna go to every single one now. You know
what? Actually, that we're talking about this, there's this one band. I wish I remembered their name right now. Al might know their name. I saw just a Instagram reel of a band. They have one song out.
Is that Necrotic Score Beast or something like that?
No. You're talking about the hardcore band. It's this hardcore band with one song, and they have like 40,000 monthly listeners with one song on Spotify, and it's a badass like Mexican influenced, you know, like they've got like
yeah,
pretty
I
much.
think it's called Liar or something like that. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the band's called Liar. They have one song out, and the song is banging. But
send me the link when we get off.
I'll send you the link, dude. It's wild. I'm like, this is for having one song.
That's pretty strong.
And influences it so much, which is so cool to see.
That's how it is for that band Throne. I don't know if you're familiar with them.
Throne? Okay, I'll have to check them out.
Dude, they're fucking sick. They've got like a handful of songs out, and they've got like over 1 million monthlies on Spotify.
Dude, all right.
And they're
on. Fuck?
Oh yeah, no, it's fucking crazy. They're on that Spite tour, like the whole thing. So and they're a band that I listen to pretty frequently, so I'm excited to like be able to like see them live because I've watched like live videos of them and shit, but I'm like I gotta experience it in person.
Yeah,
so
that's always.
But some bands just get lucky like that. I don't know. It's fucking crazy.
It's like, cool to see.
Self-marketing.
TikTok, like I know heavy music is big when like my girl she's normie. She listens to Taylor Swift, you know, not into heavy music, but like I would be sitting next to her and she was on TikTok and I would hear the Knock Loose arf and I'm like, how in the hell like did that
didn't make it in your algorithm?
Yeah, and that's also another band that I feel like fucking introduced a lot of like it kind of like brought a certain group of kids that like didn't fuck with heavy music over, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
like, once you dive into Knocked Loose, you're like going through the like down the rabbit hole trying to find new bands that like sound similar to them.
And Knocked Loose is such a great intro because it's like it's everything you want to hear in a heavy like in hardcore. I feel like it's like a good intro to hardcore. I'm like, that's a great band.
That was a band that you know, they back whenever it just our scene was like kind of slowing down. That was a band that I saw playing to like 20 kids at a fucking skate park, and now they're selling out fucking arenas. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
They're good dudes. Like I've talked to a couple of them in passing. Like the last time we played Colorado, Kevin, he like works at the venue that we were out there. Okay. And he was just fucking chilling the whole time. He was like, "Good set, bro." Working the fucking bar. I'm like, what the fuck? You're the bassist for Knocked Loose, bro.
Well, it speaks volumes where like last time we saw them, they were playing. They sold out a 1,500 cap, and now next time they come around to us, they're playing a 7,800 cap. So it's like, I love to see it because they deserve that so shit, heavy, for to be playing that big. That's like that. Like they're not far from like being on the scale of like heaviness of Dying Fetus. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
like
for sure.
They don't have like what I would consider commercially viable music that they could play on like terrestrial rock radio. But they
hell no,
playing these huge places.
Yeah, no, for sure, I agree.
And they blow the fucking doors off every place they play. It's so loud.
They're loud as fuck.
It really is.
When we went to that show too, because it was them and Tsunami, and I told them, I was like, I feel like call me crazy, but like I feel like this is like they're about to go on like some Pantera shit where it's like, oh, I saw this band in this small place and now they're playing here, and
they will forever they will become like a staple in metal history for sure. They're already doing it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So
Yeah, fucking A. It's so cool to see too, like see the like ember catch into a flame and be like, oh shit, they're doing it.
Yep, and then now it's just like, yeah, they're just fucking huge, bro. It's sick.
Like another band that we had a chance to kind of see them when they're like really, like just like a couple thousand listeners or whatever, is 200 Stab Wounds. We had a chance to hear them really early and like to see what they're starting to do. We're like, oh shit, they're starting to gain traction.
Dude, yeah, they're blowing up. Death metal is like, I mean, all metal is fucking yeah, dude. Death metal, that's it's it. That's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we saw 200 at a fucking upstairs at a bar, and this janky ass place in Oakland, just fucking
loud as fuck up there. Too.
Oh yeah, no, the whole place was shaking.
Yeah, that band fucking rips, bro. I'm excited for their new record.
I am too, and like what I've always liked about them, like, is that they're like one of my favorite bands. I mean, you see right here, I love Slayer, and so I like that they're death metal, but you could hear the Slayer influence very clearly.
Heavy,
so that's what I like about them, and it's like I just like with death metal. There's like right now we've talked about it's big, but like there's like so many different iterations of it that are like so different, but it's all under the same umbrella where like you could have a bill like the Sanguis Sugabog Jesus piece, Gag, Peeling Flesh, where it's like none of those bands sound the same, but
they're all heavy in their own way. Yeah,
exactly. And then watching that as a fan is the best because it doesn't get stale. Like you're not watching Cavernous Death for 5 bands or 4 bands in a row. You're watching a little bit of everything, and it changes the pace. Like as a fan, just watching it, it's like it keeps you engaged. You know?
Oh yeah,
I love seeing those mixed bills.
Yeah, that tour I will say it's gonna do really fucking good. So
definitely,
I'm proud of my friends for fucking doing their shit, bro. It's sick.
By any chance, like, are you guys the ones who put on the that Flyover Fest that recently happened?
No, so that's my friend Aaron. He lives in Tulsa. I mean, we kind of we always let him know, you know, we can help out in any sort of way, but like Oklahoma City is more our domain, and that's his shit. But yeah, Flyover's cool. We always get some really cool bands. I don't know if I'm supposed to say it, but it's fine. We're playing next year. So I've already gotten like an idea of like what the lineup is, and
it was impressive.
So you're like you're biting at the you can't wait. You're like, let's
dude, I
hate,
I'm ready for this. Bro. I fucking hate I hate having to sit on music. I hate having to sit on tour announcement. Like it like rattles my fucking cage, bro. But it's one of those things that we gotta do. But
no.
How long did you guys have to sit on and wait on the Unbearable Form to come out?
When did we go fucking record? I think we recorded it in November.
Okay.
So
quick turnaround.
Only like three months, give or take. So yeah, we went up there because we had already written Bleed All Unknown. And then the Heavens Hear Nothing was already written as well. Okay. So initially, Heavens was going to be just another standalone single. But we were like, fuck it, we should put it on the EP. We'll start the EP with that, and that can be the announcement for the record. And so we wrote Beneath, Certain, and the title track while we were in Colorado at my buddy Connor's house.
Okay. Yeah. With your guys' process, like, is it like somebody comes with, you know, like a skeleton of a song and you all kind of fill it in, or do you guys like to jam or maybe just a little bit of both?
So it's pretty hard for us to like get together and jam because 2 of our members live in Texas.
Oh shit. Okay.
So what used to happen was whenever Joe was still drumming for us, a majority of the time, me, him, and Ty would get together and we'd work on demos and just like kind of lay out ideas, and like sometimes they would turn out to be like songs that we were probably going to keep, and then other times like it just sounded like a fucking pile of just shit thrown together.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Not in a bad way, but it's just like
you threw it at the wall and see what
yeah,
sticks.
exactly. Like if like some of the old demos that I have like in my Dropbox and shit, like I'm just like those parts are cool, but it does not like correlate with one another well, so we never use them. The process for the Unbearable Form was more of like I got with Conder and I was like, hey, we've got this amount of time to get a record done, so let's book a time for us to come up there for, you know, a week. We'll come up there, bust the songs out, we'll try and get some like a blueprint of songs done, and then we'll just kind of come up with what we have and go from there. And he was like, cool. Okay. So we locked in, and then we didn't get blueprints of songs done. I think me and Connor began the blueprint of Beneath the Surface like over text. So he was like, he's a hell of a fucking, he's like a musical fucking genius, bro. Like, okay. I would send him like voice memos and be like, hey, why don't you try this? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he would know exactly what the fuck I mean, bro.
20 minutes, it's like,
oh yeah. He would send me like all the time, like updated variations of that song. And it got to a point where I was like, well, we're coming up there, so let's just hold off. We'll try and finish it while we're there, which obviously we did. But so we got up there. The first night that we were there, we kind of all just kicked it. Second night, got up, got some breakfast, kind of talked about like our plans. We didn't have a board, but we like wrote down what we were going to do through the days. Okay. And so we were working like, I'd say like 8 or 9 hours a day, just slamming fucking coffee, bro. And like just going off caffeine and adrenaline and trying to fucking come up with shit. And it eventually, like, we laid out a blueprint for what the songs were gonna like sound like, I guess. Yeah. But when we started like actually going back and recording the songs, we would change a lot of stuff. So there were riffs that were like going one way and they were a lot more fast paced and they had like a faster tone and like shit like that to them. Yeah. And then we were like, no, fuck that. Let's slow it down because everything is better fucking slowed down and heavier, obviously. So that was kind of the writing process for the like this record. I had never done it that way. I've never worked with like an engineer or like a producer that like took a very big part in like writing the songs with us. Okay. But I think from here on out, that's probably what we're gonna do because I like that process so much more.
You like the third party, like oversight. You're like, oh, yes. Like it's completely biased, like unbiased. Like they don't, you know, they're not in the band, so they don't want to keep this certain part. Yeah, they're like, no, this sounds good. This is what sounds good.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, and you know, we would be sitting there like coming up with ideas and going back and forth. Like, say Ernie took the guitar and he was like, well, let's try this. And I'm like, yeah, I like that. And Connor's like, well, what if we try it like this? And then he'd take the guitar back and I'm like, but what if we did it like this? And we were just going, like Matt would have a take, like Ty would have a take. It was just all of us like going in circles. And then at the end, we were like, I think this is it. I think this is going to be a good record to put out. So
fuck yeah,
that's how it works. Yeah,
well,
that's cool story.
It turned out fucking fantastic. I'll say that.
Thank you, brother.
One of my favorite parts of it too is, you know, right now there's a lot of controversy in the heavy music world with the AI album covers. I love the EP's cover. It's
I love it.
Super cool. How did you come up with that, and who made that art for you?
So my buddy Ringo from Mugshot. I don't know if you guys are familiar with them.
They're Bay Area band.
Yes. Yeah. So Connor, the drummer for them, he's the one who did our record, and then Ringo is the one who did all of the artwork and layout and shit like that.
It turned out fucking awesome. As soon as Al sent it to me, I was like, oh yeah, this is something. Album art is like, I talk about this all the time. It's how I pick what I listen to for the most part. I'm like, if I like the album art, I'm for sure listening to it.
Oh yeah, no, I'm the same way. And like when it comes to CELL's artwork, I'm very like OCD with like how I picture it in my head versus how it's like executed at the end.
Yeah.
So when me and Ringo were like kind of first going back and forth, it was initially gonna be like, in the best way to put it, like what an AI would detect an angel looked like. So I don't know if you guys have seen it. I've got like kind of like a similar thing.
Dude,
like they're just
it's
like
the craziest thing. It's wings all around. They've
Yeah.
got like fucking
And there's like no
dude, the
it's
crazy eye. Yeah, no
yeah.
face, fucking eyes everywhere. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
So
crazy
like
as shit.
it's fucked up. That was like the first idea that we had when we were coming up with an artwork idea, and I was like, okay, let's see what you do. Get back to me in a week or two, and we'll go over it and see what we can work with. And then he hit me back, and he was like, I scrapped that. I didn't really like the idea. It wasn't turning out how I wanted it to, so I'm gonna try something else. And I was like, okay, send me something else. And we were like, yeah, this is a good direction. So essentially, like the way that I explain the artwork is like all of that like you can see like a mouth and like the eyes and shit like kind of like poking out from certain areas. That's just like it's supposed to symbolize like pain and self-destruction and like fucking emotions and shit just like taking over essentially.
Okay.
Yeah, is the best way that I can explain it. Yeah,
it's a great fucking concept. I love that shit.
Thanks, man. Hell yeah.
And it makes sense that like you would take pride in like the cover, because at the end of the day, like this is your art, and you want it to like not only just in the music but also in the image, like to have a certain aesthetic and portray something. So that's why I love
they captured it perfectly, which is crazy.
I love when a band like cares about those small details, and like you're not gonna just go with an AI cover, because I mean it's like this is art, you know what I mean? It's not intellectual property.
Yeah, and another cool thing about it is like we all kind of like we all take our own like piece of like the writing process and all that shit, but with like artwork and like marketing and stuff and like merch ideas, the guys trust me on it, so I kind of just take the reins and I'm always like handling that side of things by myself. And I mean, every time like I send them something, I'm like, "Do you guys like this?" And they're like, "Fuck yeah." There have been things where like I've like sent merch ideas and they're like, "Nah, bro." But yeah, but like they're but like most things, you know what I mean? Like the Sadistic Sounds cover, like I don't know if you guys have listened to that. That's our first EP that we put out.
It was fantastic.
I love I mean, honestly, out of like all your stuff, my favorite track is probably Failed by the Grace of God's Hand. That's crazy name for a track and a crazy track.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, I like talking about how God has just like put me through a lot of shit.
Yeah, for sure.
And how I'm gonna fuck him up, bro.
That's it, man. That's it. That's like part of the fun in like heavy music is like it's like like the anti-religion stuff. It's like real, but it's like it's just it's like part of the shtick kind of to some extent. You know what I mean? Like somebody's got to be the enemy.
Yeah, for sure. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say that that first EP, man, it reminded me so much of, in the best of ways, of Acacia Strain. It was like very, very heavy, but yeah, dude, it just like it reminded me a lot of them, and I just wanted to say that, like, it was awesome.
Thanks. Yeah, that was actually which I don't know if we like plan to get into the backstories of like how CELL started. So if we do get to that, I'll
sure. Yeah, brother, I want to hear it.
Yeah, so that EP that was actually me, my buddy Josh, who plays in a band called The Tooth from here, and Free For All. Shout out to Tooth and Free For All. I forgot to mention them earlier. And then it was 3 members of Mouth for War. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that band.
Mouth for War, sick.
So Trey played drums. Michael, who plays bass in that band, he played guitar. And then our friend Gabe, who plays guitar in Mouth for War, played guitar in CELL when we first started. So it started as a side project with them. and then it just kind of started exploding into something that people wanted to see more. And so it turned from like a side project to us kind of being like, okay, well, like this is obviously got to do something, and so we want to. So you take it and run with it. And so I did, and I got Soto and Joe and Josh, and it was us four for a while. And then Tyke joined, and then our buddy Austin joined. Austin plays bass in Peeling Flesh.
Okay.
And then like it was like Peeling Flesh without D and fucking Jason for a while.
Yeah.
It was like oh, you're good. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I want to hear what you're about to say.
I was just gonna say like like anytime people would like explain it, like they'd be like, oh, Peeling and CELL, like they're just the unit together. You know what I mean? Like it's the beat down side and then it's the slam side.
Yeah, it sounds like a very organic, like something that came very organically. Like it didn't like you didn't have to like search far and wide to fucking get this shit together, you know?
Yeah,
which
no,
is
man,
awesome.
Thank you. It was cool just like how it happened, because I was still kind of like messing with like different projects. I was in my old band, and then I was doing something with another band from a different state, and that didn't work out. And then my other band kind of just like dispersed because everybody got busy. Mm-hmm. So I was like, fuck it, people want to see CELL. If you guys are cool with it, I'll, it is what it is. And they're like, yeah, take it, run with it. And so that was initially what happened. And then, here we fucking are now.
that makes sense though, because like so many bands and scenes, it's like say in our area, right? Like Tsunami, I call Tsunami their bands. You got the Tsunami cinematic universe where you got Tsunami, Natural Human Instinct, Condition 1. Gold.
And also Benny fucking plays in like a million bands. You know what I'm saying? He's fucking everywhere. Shout out Benny, bro.
Dude,
that guy. Shout out Snuffed on Sight too. I was talking to Wally the other day, bro. I'm pretty sure they're coming here.
Such a cool dude.
Oh, he's awesome.
So awesome.
I love Wally.
Yeah.
And I love giving him shit because he doesn't like drink or anything, which I'm not drinking anymore either, but I'll always be like smoking cigs around him. And I'm like, you want to hit this, bro? He's cool. Him and Seven, bro. I love them. They're good guys.
We've got awesome. the chance, our only interaction with Seven, because we see these guys at shows, but like we're not trying to be homers, so we'll just say what's up. But they were partying. This was we saw. It was a big bill. It was like Twitching Tongues, a number of other bands in Berkeley. Harm's Way, yeah, a lot of bands. And
Cruelty.
They were
Cruelty
partying.
is sick,
dude. Wild.
They're bad.
They just played here like in January, and I was just like on side stage the whole time, like, what the fuck?
Yes, 100%.
It's crazy.
Hey, and as they say, the only person that could play a headless bass is their bassist. He fucking rocks that shit.
Oh yeah, dude. They are dope, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
But like Snuffed on Sight, they're outside of the venue partying out of a freaking a rental Chrysler Pacifica.
I love it.
And
we took a dab real quick with Seven and just
dude, he smokes so fucking much.
Oh man,
he is like one of the only other people that I know personally that I've smoked well over a fuckload of cigarettes with. Like there was one time, I can't remember where we were. We were in somewhere on the East Coast, because Seven's not from Cali. I think he lives out there now, but he's initially from somewhere else.
I think Minnesota, if I've heard correctly.
Yeah, Minneapolis. And so like we were playing there, and he just like popped up and was like, "What's up, Sky?" I was like, "What the fuck? What's good? What the fuck are you doing here?"
Seven?
Yeah. And so he fucking kicked it, and we went and played pool after the show for a little bit, and yeah, dude, like me and him were just out. Like he smokes a fuckload of weed too. Like that's his whole bit, you know.
100%.
But like, dude, every time he's smoking, he's like, "You want to hit this?" And I'm like, "No, bro, I'm good." I'm good.
Hey, I thought we were gonna put him down with a dab. He took that shit. He's like, hell yeah, thanks, bro.
No,
I just went back to talking. I was like, hey, respect.
No, bro.
I thought I smoked a lot.
Bro, he fucking smokes, bro. He smokes, dude. I don't know if he smokes cigs anymore, but who knows?
That's hella funny.
Yeah, he's a good dude. Wally's a good dude. I haven't really talked to any of the other members. I know Lake plays drums for them, but I've just said what's up in passing. And then I forget their bassist name, but yeah, they're good people for sure.
Definitely, and the sick band, like the
dude, heavy as fuck.
Them, it was a bananas bill, man. It was them, Body Box, Corpse Pile.
Shout out Harry, bro. It's my boy.
Dude,
Harry's awesome. And he's younger. He's younger than me, fool. He's younger than me, which blew me the fuck away.
That's so wild.
You see him, right? And like, he's from Florida, like the band and like their imagery. And like, so I just thought like, and like, shame on me for like making assumptions, but like, I just saw the guy and I was expecting like a very stereotypical like Florida person. Yeah. But then we talked to him and he was like so sharp, and I was not expecting that. He's
literally one of the most like down to earth people, bro.
Yeah,
like, he's awesome. Yeah,
that's what like it blew me away, because I'm like, man, like this guy is like way more about his wits than I thought he would be.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Crazy vocals
too. I was ready to bust one down with him, dude. I was like, but then he started talking hella elegantly. I was like, all right, never mind.
Never mind, bro. You're like leaning in and you're like,
because their merch guy was kind of like, he was more what, like what I was thinking of. Like, we talked to him and he's like, can I get this shirt, man? And he's like, yeah. So I was expecting more of that, and I was like, damn, this guy's sharp. Okay, cool. That makes sense why they're like doing their thing right now, and he's like on tour with Max Cavalera twice in a row.
Yeah.
Like, totally makes sense. And they're well deserved for them. I hope they have new music soon, because they're killer.
Oh yeah, that band rips. My friend Andrew, he plays in Last 10. He plays bass for them.
Okay.
He plays guitar in Body Box too. I don't think he tours with them full time, but he's and they're it's dope. Sick. I don't know if like the lineup that they're touring with right now is like their new official lineup or not without Andrew, because I know he's busy with his other projects. But yeah, dude, I'm ready for the next Body Box record. I've been waiting.
Yeah, they kill that shit.
Double Wide Stomp Part 2, baby.
Dude, hey, you know what? I've named a new my new favorite like pit move. Yeah, my mosh move is the double wide stomp, and that's just Godzilla stomping around. That's my double wide stomp.
Yes, sir. Good man. Cheers to that,
bro. Like, as far as with music, are you somebody who like regularly seeks out new music or yourself, or do you kind of like stay with the stuff that you love?
I kind of just like, I feel like for me personally, like I just like stumble across new music a lot. I will search out new music if I'm recommended it. Like if my buddies are like, yo, you should check this out, like I'll go listen to it. You know what I mean? I may not listen to it ever again, but I will give it a chance. But I also like, I don't know. I listen to so much different shit, bro. Like a lot of people that I've talked to assume that like I would only listen to like heavy shit on a day-to-day basis, which like I do like get my feel for it like when I'm driving to fucking work or whatever. But I'm big. Ready. Yeah, bro. But I'm also big. With the music. Yeah. But I'm also from the South, so I enjoy country. Unfortunately, a lot of people will clown on me for that. I don't give a fuck.
Brad's a good country guy too. So
I don't know where the fuck he went, but he's the biggest country guy here.
Bro, country is my shit. I've been stuck on this artist called his name is Warren Ziders. I don't know if you guys have heard of him.
I'll have to check it out.
He's fucking good. He's a really good country artist.
Is it more like as far as with him, is he more like the outlaw country, or is it more kind of like like the popular like
It's more like just authentic country. It's not like Coulter Wall and shit like that. Like it's not.
Hold on, he's back. He's back. Brad.
Whooping some cat ass, pissing me off.
You're good. I want to hear Brad. Have you heard this band? Go ahead, brother.
Have you heard of I was telling them that I like country a lot because I'm from the South. Have you ever heard of Warren Ziders? I think it's how you pronounce his name.
No, I haven't.
Well,
if you like country, you should check it out.
I see. I'm the guy that likes all types of music. Razor's the one where he's just like, you know, in one lane. Al's got a couple lanes. I'm all the lanes.
I want Dummy Death. I want fucking. I like deathcore, death metal, and slam. Let's get it.
Yeah, bro. Like,
Razor wants ignorant fucking riffs and fucking
yeah. Which, like I said, dude, like I love heavy music. I play it, so I'm obviously I love it with everything in me. But
I love country too. Don't let him get you wrong. I listen to the most music.
You know what, Razor? Sing fucking everyone the Trace Adkins song. Come on, sing it, Razor.
Come on, songs.
I met a guy on the red eye.
Yes, sir. Yeah, dude.
Shit, dude. I love all that shit.
Yeah,
I actually grew up listening to like a lot of 80s because my parents, so like they listen to 80s rock, 80s like pop. So it's like
big Madonna man.
Dude, Madonna's fucking great.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's fucking one of the best.
Yeah, bro. Like I'm the same way, bro. I listen to a lot of rap. I love like hip hop. One of my favorite groups is called the Griselda. They're from like East Coast New York area.
Oh, the East Coast New York rap. It's just a little bit different than the West Coast.
But like they're they're fresh with like what they're doing style wise. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I love how they're like,
updated.
Yeah, they're like kind of going back, like all these new rappers, which like I love new age rap and hip hop and shit like that. But like Griselda and like Conway the Machine and Benny the Butcher and all them, like they just like they stick. Benny the Butcher is the shit. He's one of the Griselda members, bro. That's like the big group of them, just like all rapping.
I've only heard Benny's solo shit. I need to check that out. That's awesome.
Check out Griselda. But it's just like if you've listened to them, so it's more like in the realm of like kind of going back like to the 90s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That flow, that kind of feel to it for sure.
And it just makes you feel like a fucking thug, bro. I love that.
I love that shit, dude.
Yeah, but new day hip hop and rap is like, man, I'd much rather listen to old school rap than anything than what they put out now.
Which I do like new age rap for sure, but like if I'm gonna pick something, I'm definitely gonna kind of like find something that's like slowed and is not like fucking all over the place. You know what
I'm new J. Cole's about to drop. Watch out for it.
I'm not a big J. Cole guy, bro.
I love J. Cole, man.
He's gonna hop off the podcast, bro.
I know.
This is gonna be Razor. All right, and
see, for me, I like rap too. Like for the past 3 days, I've listened to Goblin by Tyler the Creator.
And
it's a fucking staple, I listened to it not too long
That's a staple.
Great fucking album.
Because you listen to that album now. And you're like, dude, this guy would get in some fucking trouble fucking
some of the shit he's saying. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, but like that was because when that came out, that's 2012. So we're sophomores in high school, and like the Yonkers video came out, and we're like, everyone's just like, dude, this is some evil fucking
what is
shit.
This?
Like,
he was fucked up, which like his new shit is cool too. You know what I mean? I got respect for it. I don't listen to it
good.
Very much,
it's good. It's just different.
Yeah,
it's different.
It's way different from
first album.
Exactly.
Those first two. What was the first one? It was Radicals.
Goblin.
Yeah.
No, Goblin's the first album.
Radicals the first
one. Song. No, that's a song in Goblin, brother man.
I think.
And then the second album is I don't know, but I just know I like the first two albums. I'm with you where like he got like I don't know if maybe it's the right term. He just got a little too artsy for my liking, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like it's like it lost the edge of like this is kind of scary and like pushing new ground where it's like violent and like it almost has like a hardcore like element to it where they're playing with trash talk at one point when they're first.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm pretty sure they're like really good homies with them too. So it's like he went from like Odd Future. I feel like all kind of went from like that realm of things. So like I used to like what's his fucking name? Earl, bro. Earl
Sweatshirt. Yeah.
I used to fuck with Earl like so heavy, bro. Yeah. And like now his like new shit, I'm just like I can't get into it. And it's like no disrespect, but it's like
It's a different place. You have to remember when he was young, that was like, I remember a whole thing where like he couldn't go out and like tour with them, and it was a whole Free Earl thing. And like it was a different mindset. He was young, you know. When you get a little bit of money, you know, you calm down a little bit, and you want to try out different shit, which different strokes for different folks. Nothing's bad. It's just, you know, not for you.
I have not heard someone say that in so fucking long, bro.
Hey,
how old are you, bro?
Are you 28, brother? I'm only 28, brother.
So, you know what's funny about that is I've been using that. I think he used that term because I've been using that term a lot more. Like, so we sell cars for a living, and some customer came in and was looking at a Hellcat, right? And they're like, I don't know. It was an older.
It was
gentleman.
a demon.
Like,
be honest.
I don't know.
He said it was a demon, bro.
It was a demon, and he's like, he goes, I don't know why anyone would spend $170,000 on a car. That's just crazy, you know. Just
because you don't fucking get it, old man.
Coming on that. So I told him, and what my finance manager looks at me like laughing when I say it. I'm like, hey man, like just because you won't buy it doesn't mean someone else. Different strokes for different folks.
Dude,
I was dying to tell me the shit,
bro. See, and I say that about him as if I'm a Hellcat guy, dude. I drive a fucking Silverado. You know what I mean? Like I drive my lifted fucking truck, bro. Like I used to.
Brad works at a Chevy dealership.
Fucking go. Do you guys all sell cars?
Yeah, we all sell cars.
Dude, what the fuck?
He does your paperwork. He does your paperwork.
Okay,
he's the fancy guy.
You're the guy who fucks everybody on their fucking payment, bro.
No. You're giving us a bad rep, bro. I help you out.
God damn it.
Hey, I tell you what though, whenever somebody comes in with a metal shirt, I'm like, hey, let me help them. I got one time, like this is where like Brad said, I got different lanes. I like black metal a lot, and one time somebody was wearing an Emperor shirt, and I was like, I'm helping that guy. I don't care what anyone says. So I immediately went up to him. I was like, dude, In the Nightside Eclipse, one of my favorite albums. I ended up selling the guy a car because, you know, the whole time we're just talking about metal. And then like not long ago, I saw a guy in a Code Orange shirt chopping it up with him. So like, it's funny how like, you know, we're normies in our everyday life, but man, as soon as I get like sniff that someone is you know,
it's all about like it's crazy again, like going back to like music, bro. Like it can connect people in a different way. Like you like going up to that guy in that fucking shirt and you like talking to him about that band probably made him feel way more comfortable than he would have felt with anybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude, 100%.
And I love, you know, seeing you know, metal out in the wild. It's my favorite thing. Like I've talked about it so many times where like if I see someone in like a heavy shirt, I'm going to be like, oh dude, I like your shirt, or like, you know, give him the nod because like
dude,
you know, I'm the guy at the gym who gets crazy looks because like I'm walking around wearing a Dying Fetus shirt or whatever shirt I'm wearing that trips people out because I see the look sometimes, and I always make it a point to be like the nicest I can be. Like the other night I went to Mod Pizza and they kind of like messed up the order a little.
You guys have Mod Pizzas out there?
Yeah.
I don't mean to get off topic, but I just saw one pop up in my hometown, and I was over there and I just like saw it and I was like, what is it like the Subway for pizza?
No, dude, it's more like it's more like the Chipotle of pizza, where you know you like go in there, you customize your own little personal pizza. They throw it in the wood or in the in the big oven, and it's ready in like 5 or 10 minutes. It's pretty good. I like it.
Yeah, I'll check it out. Yeah.
You guys got Zaxby's in Oklahoma, bro?
I fucking hate Zaxby's. Don't ask me that shit.
What?
Yeah, we do.
You know
what about Waffle House?
We do have Waffle House.
Oh, dude. When we went to Bangin' in the Rock, we went to Waffle House 2 nights in a row, and the worker was like, he's like, you guys are back, and I was like, so nice we had to do it twice, brother.
It's like painful because it's so good, but it is so fucking bad for you, bro.
It's fucking country cooking.
We watched a homeless lady walk in there with
spark up a fucking cigarette roach in the diner.
Bro, one of the craziest experiences I've ever had at a Waffle House. I was somewhere in Texas, and I think we were on tour. I can't remember what tour it was. It was one of my old band's tours, but I went in and I saw someone smoking, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "Can you smoke in here?" And they were like, "Yeah, here's an ashtray." And I was like,
You're like,
what the fuck? Let's go. Let's go.
Just walked
This is
into
a dub.
1970s.
This is a win.
I would have fired one up 100%. I wouldn't even.
100%.
I smoked like 3 while I was in there. Like I was just back to back before my food got there.
With your food?
Oh yeah, dude, cig like in the ashtray, like smoke
That's
blowing
so
all over my
great.
friends' faces.
It cracks me up too because Ramon, out of the three of us, I'm not gonna lie, is like he's the downest
Biggest
fool
degenerate.
he's the downest fool out of the three of us, and so we're in
to
Arkansas.
Cheers
It's
to
2
that.
hours. It's 2 hours ahead of us, so like it's 3 o'clock there, but it's 1 for us. So me and Brad are like, dude, we're
AM.
in Waffle House. Like,
Yeah.
there's no and.
We just got back from the casino. We got rinsed. We're fucking, we're ready to eat some Waffle
The
House.
worst feeling, bro. That's why I don't gamble. I'm a pool player. I'll gamble on a pool table all day, but I will not fucking.
You're not
I
a
learned
gambler.
my
You're a
lesson.
fucking hustler.
No.
I know.
No, me and
listening to this.
I was gonna say, wait, were you gonna say something?
I'll just finish my
Yeah,
point
sorry.
where like he's the downest guy, and like we pull in. It's like 3:05 in the morning, but for us it's 1, so it's like, oh, dude, this
I'm fucking wide awake.
and
Yeah.
Ramon's in the back seat, and he's like asleep. He's like, I'm not fucking going. It's fucking crazy. You guys are going. It's 3 in the morning, bro. What do you guys mean? So we go in there and we eat, and like he's got the
I'm not
worst
gonna lie.
FOMO out of anybody
Yeah,
you'll ever
dude.
meet.
I
So
haven't
we're
admitted
like-
it yet, but I did have the biggest FOMO, and I went to go take a piss, and I saw them sitting there. I'm like, ah, fuck.
Had to join, bro. You joined the table, didn't you?
Damn right he did.
Yup.
It cleaned up our scraps, so we're like, it just cracks me up where it's like, dude, you're the biggest degenerate, and like you do some crazy stuff, and you're like passing judgment on us because we want to eat some fucking waffles and eggs at 1 in the morning our time. Like, come on, dude.
Dude, yeah, bro. Waffle House is the shit, bro. It's good.
Hey, I was mad I lost money at the fucking casino. Let's
Dude.
do it. Come on.
Me and my girlfriend and her mom and her stepdad, we went to Vegas for her birthdays last year.
Okay, sick.
And I was drunk the entire time we were there. Let me just like you get off the plane in the airport, you're going to get your
And it's
luggage.
going.
And literally like there
You
is
hit a
a
slot
fucking
machine and you get a drink.
dude, there I shit you not. They had slot machines in there, and they also had like areas where you could order like Crown and Cokes. You could get fucking
Hey,
whiskey
my
sours,
mother
like
lives in
whatever.
Vegas. I go once a year. My mom lives
Dude.
in Vegas.
Dude,
I love
it's-
that airport.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, Vegas is
fucked
an
up.
hour flight for us.
I could not do it. But what I was gonna
There's
say is-
the rooms with the slots. You can actually smoke cigarettes in that airport, and there's enclosed rooms like near the terminal.
Is this are you promoting Vegas right now for us to go back and lose more?
You
fucking
should, bro. I
money?
love Vegas.
Dude, I'll be there
Dude.
in
Lost his ass.
12 hours.
Dude, it was cool. I spent a lot more money than I wanted to. Like we were waiting. I forgot we were going to like eat or something, but I like pulled 200 out. I gave my girlfriend 100, and I took 100, and I was like, let's just hit these machines real quick. And we hit them. It was gone in 5 minutes, and I was like, I'm not doing that again. And then we're staying at the Flamingo, so we go to the pool, right? And I'm like drunk as fuck, and we're like, we should get a day bed. And so I go up to the counter and I'm like, can I get a day bed? And they're like, yeah, it's $300, but you could just buy $500 worth of food. And I'm like, sign us up. Dude. Like, and I looked at my bank account the next day, and me and my girlfriend were just like,
What do we do?
Bloody fucking Marys,
every,
you know?
Every time I go to Vegas, it is so bad. I'm like, I have this much. And then I look, and then when, on the way back, I have nothing in my bank account. I have my credit cards ran up. I'm like, motherfucker.
Dude, you could I could go out there. Excuse me. I could go out there, $20,000 in my pocket, and I guarantee you the 3 days that I'm there, if I wanted to gamble, like I said, I'm not a big gambler. I'll play pool all fucking day. I learned my lesson with gambling because I watched my dad gamble a lot when I was like going to casinos with him and shit. But every time I try it, I never fucking win. But if I was a gambler and I took 20,000 with me to fucking Vegas, I would lose it in maybe 48 hours. More than likely. It'd be gone. It'd be gone. Yeah, it's fucked. That place is fucking cursed, bro. It's cursed.
No, you know what? I have to say, the last time I was there, I was in the, maybe not the last time, the time before that, I was in the, I had maybe $60 left from the weekend in my bank account.
Don't tell me you spent it, bro.
I pulled 40 out in the terminal, like 30 minutes before my flight leaves. I win $500. I win $500 with $40. I'm down to my last.
That's like a fucking dub, bro. And that's why.
Then I pull it out, fucking go home. I'm like, I won. Fuck you, Vegas.
Dude, yeah. If you leave Vegas with money, like you win money from gambling, it's a dub, and chances bro, that's why people fucking go back, dude. Because they're like, now I want to do it more.
Biggest adrenaline rush on the plane, dude. I couldn't sleep the whole time.
You're fucking sitting there at the machine. Like,
I just won. Fuck you all. I have money to get home.
Yep. Hell yeah. Well, that's good, dude. I'm glad you at least fucking got something.
Yeah. That's okay. I actually have a question I've been holding on to.
Go ahead.
So you've been touring since you were fucking 15, or 16, 17.
We'll say 16. I think I was 16.
Let's say 16. I want to know, what is the craziest or your favorite memory / show? So whether they're separate or together, what's your favorite and what's your favorite memory? Whether they're crazy or fun or whatever it is. I want to hear it.
God damn it, dude. There's so many.
You've been doing it forever. Exactly.
Dude,
I know you have one that's fucking sticking out.
I'm trying. You're gonna have to give me a second. You're gonna have to try and give me a second to dig deep, because
I'm gonna let you dig deep on that one.
Oh, fuck, dude. Oh, there's so many. Well, okay, I got one that is like fucked up.
That's fine.
I want to hear it. The most fucked up is what I want to hear. That's why I ask it. That's why I ask it.
So, I think I was 18. I was playing in Omen still. We were touring with a band. I think it was I think it was I Am and Frost Coffin. I don't know if you guys are familiar with them.
Yeah, 100%.
So we were on the road with them. We were playing in Los Angeles, but we were driving my 4Runner, my Toyota 4Runner, because we couldn't afford it at the time.
What year?
I think it was a 2004.
Oh, I had a 99, brother.
Dude, Toyotas are fucking awesome. They're great fucking
The greatest,
cars.
Brad. 99 4Runner, he had no 4. Come on.
The trap, bro. The trap.
We called it the trap, man.
Yeah. So we're driving through Cali, and we stop at this rest stop, and we all go in to piss, and we come back out, try to start the truck up, and it starts, and then it died out, and we were like, okay, we just need to jump. So it's a bunch of fucking, I think I had the most tattoos in the band at the time. I go up to everybody and I'm like, hey, would you mind giving us a jump? And they're like, and drive off, because I get it. I look sketchy.
Well, you're also in LA, bro, the most unfriendliest place in America.
No. We weren't in LA. We were in route to LA.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't remember where the rest stop was, but I'll tell you guys the town that we get towed to.
What I want? Okay, yeah, I need to hear this. Go ahead.
So we call AAA because our guitarist had AAA at the time. They come out, they jump our car, and they leave immediately. They don't even stay to see if it's gonna fucking drive or not.
Oh no!
So we start taking off, right, and it dies again. And I was like, okay, this is fucked. So we call AAA again. and we're like, hey, we're a touring band. We're in our car that's obviously not fucking working, and we have a trailer. So would there be any way that you guys, if we keep 2 of us here with the trailer and 2 of us go with the tow truck, if you guys can tow us into the nearest town and have like just tow us to where we can get our battery replaced? Because at the time, that's what I thought it was. And so they come back and they get us. So my buddy Colton and our drummer Tyler at the time, they stayed with the trailer. Mind you, it's like cold as fuck, and it only gets colder when the sun goes down.
Yeah.
100%.
And so they tow me and Dakota in with the car to an AutoZone in like Weed, California.
Oh, you're up north.
You're
up way up
Wait,
north.
so I think initially I kind of fucked up. I think we were playing Santa Cruz and then LA the next day.
Okay.
This was like we were gonna have to drop. You know what I mean? There was no way we were gonna get to Santa Cruz. So LA was the day after. So we get towed in. They drop us off. I go inside. I'm like, hey, I need help. Here's money for a battery. Just, switch it out with me. We'll be on our way. Quick as fuck. They switch it out. I turn the car on, and the check engine light is still on amongst a million other fucking lights on the dash. But I was
The old Christmas lights.
Yep. I was like, fuck it. Like, it is what the fuck it is. We just got to go. And so at this point, it's dark. It's really cold. I'm like 20 minutes away from where they're at with the fucking trailer at that rest stop. We're driving on the highway, dude. I'm flying like maybe 85 because we didn't have anything with us. So I was trying to get there as quick as I could.
Getting there.
And the lights all like kind of dim down.
Oh.
And I was like, I looked at Dakota and I was like, did you feel that, bro? Like, did you see that shit? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, what the fuck is that, bro? Like, what could happen next?
This sounds like a rat chewed some wires.
Dude, the whole car just shut the fuck off while I'm
driving.
And I'm driving. And so it, like the dash goes off. It like you hear the engine shut down, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I pull off to the side, and like it's so fucked, like we can't even turn the hazards on.
Yeah, so, it's dead.
Yeah, you get 3 AAA calls in a year. We called AAA all in one fucking day, bro. 3 times. So we call them and we're like, hey, we can't give you exact coordinates because we don't know where the fuck we're at, but we know we're on this highway. And I'm like, yeah, we're right here. And I'm finding where we're at because he told them which way we were heading on the highway, but he didn't know. Like, I was trying to figure out like exactly where we were. My fucking phone died.
Oh,
how long
my
are you
God.
driving from Santa Cruz? If you don't mind me asking, sorry for interrupting.
Yeah.
From Santa Cruz to when you guys broke down initially, how far were you? Was it like an hour?
No, they're on the way to Santa Cruz.
We were on the way to Santa Cruz.
Oh.
They're up north by Weed on the 5. Way up there.
Dude, there's nothing out there.
They're in the fucking boondocks.
Yeah.
And so, oh my God.
We're chilling. Dakota told them like where the fuck we were. They would like, we were like, we don't have hazards on, so you won't be able to like see us unless you like have your lights pointing at us, obviously. And then his phone died. And so there's no way to charge our phones. There's no way to get heat. And we didn't know how fucking long it was going to take. So I ended up just going to sleep. And I assumed Dakota did at the same time because there was nothing else to fucking do. And I remember like the tow truck getting there and we were like, what time is it? And it had been like 2 hours because he had been searching the entire fucking highway trying to find us. So mind you, they're still at the rest stop with the trailer and it's like 15 degrees outside.
Oh my God. It's so cold up there too.
It's so cold, bro. Because I'm pretty, isn't there like, there's like water near there, right?
Oh yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
There's a lake, I believe.
By the coast.
Yeah. So it's like, it's cold as fuck, bro. And so we're like, we got to go. He gets the car hooked up and I'm like, we got to go that way. And do you have a fucking phone charger? And he was like, no, I don't. We'll just have to figure it out when we get there. And I'm like, all right. So they have no idea what's going on. So we get there and they come out of the bathroom. They had been in the rest stop bathroom using the hand dryers to like keep their hands warm. Because it was so fucking cold, bro. And I told them what happened. And we were like, we got to figure something out. So I go up to the tow truck guy and I'm like, hey, man, I know you guys said that you can't tow a trailer. what do I have to give you to tow our car and trailer into the nearest town so we can like drop it off and get it fixed because we've got obviously things to fucking do.
Yeah.
And he was like, man, like, I don't really know. And I was like, I tell you what, bro. And I looked at everybody and I was like, I'll give you an eighth of some bud and I'll toss you $150. And you just don't say anything about it.
Just
like, I don't know if
figure it out.
I don't know if you
how
got
you're
fucking
gonna do
cameras
it.
in here. You're going to take the last of our fucking weed. I don't even smoke that much, so I don't give a fuck. I know you smoke because I can fucking smell it. You know what I mean? Like, let me help me.
You're in Weed, California.
Exactly, bro. Like, help us out, and we'll help you out. And so he kind of like looked around, and he was like, "All right, bro, I got y'all." So he hooked the trailer up, and we all squeezed in. So we're like sitting fucking like this, and we're all pretty decent sized guys.
Body
Yeah,
warmth,
but I mean,
son.
it was that's what I'm saying. Like, if we were fucking freezing, well, I mean, I know they were. I had been too, but like not as bad. But yeah, he towed us into town. We got a motel, dropped the truck off at a shop that was like within walking distance. The only other thing that sucked about that night was when we got into town, there was nowhere to get food over there, and I was not about to walk anywhere. So I just had to we just all like starved, you know what I mean? Which is cool. Like I felt like my stress levels are just so high that like I was like, I don't even give a fuck at this point.
You're like, I don't want to eat. I just want to go to bed.
Because I feel like if I ate, like I probably would have gotten sick just because I was so stressed.
That's how I was at Waffle House in the car. I was like, fuck you guys.
Same shit, bro. But we got it fixed. We sped to LA. We got into LA at, I believe it was like 9 o'clock, right when we were about to play. We pulled up. They had already one of the other bands had set their gear up. We hop out, go on stage, start the set. They park our shit, and then we just kept going on tour.
Holy shit! You made the fucking show.
We made the show, and we played a fucking like 20-minute set. Yeah.
Dude, I was expecting you to be like, dude, we had to cancel and go to the next spot.
Oh, bro, no,
That's
like
wild.
we were like the whole entire time, like Dakota drove, I'm pretty sure. So like I was up front with him, just like keeping an eye on the dash, keeping an eye on everything else, making sure nothing sounded fucked up or anything like that.
So what happened? What did they change?
It was the alternator, bro. The alternator had shit out like bad, and it was a pretty expensive fix.
Yeah,
but luckily,
yeah,
it sucks. I'm like dealing with that on my truck right now. Like I think my truck is fucked up. I thought it was a battery, but I've got a very bad feeling that it's probably going to be my alternator. So I just got problems with fucking cars, man.
Well, let me tell you, brother. Let me tell you, change that instead of getting a new car right now. Wait on the new car.
Oh yeah, for sure. I love my truck, bro. I mean, it's like a piece of shit sometimes, but it's my baby.
Yeah.
I've only got one last thing for you. And then we'll get if you have anything you want to plug. But the last question that I've got for you is, how does metal get you high?
It's such a loaded question.
It is, dude. How the fuck do I answer that?
Oh man.
It makes me let me try and think of a good proper answer for that. There's nothing like experiencing it in real time.
Agreed.
And it is like a high when you go to the show. You're just on the fucking up and up, bro.
Dude, when you see a band kill it, there's not like the last band that I could tell you set that absolutely blew my top off is when we went to Banging in the Rock. The band Outer Heaven played a set where like I was like, dude, they just changed my world. Like that was the craziest set. So I'm with you on that.
I'll check them out, dude. Yeah.
Outer Heaven. If I could recommend you one band that you might like, they're young. They're youngins. They're from our area. These kids, they have a 16-year-old in the band, but the rest of the band, they're like 18 to 20 years old.
Right.
They're called Iron Front. They just released an album And dude, these kids are
They shred.
They're riffers,
beef, man.
Yeah.
They are
Wild.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
are
I'll check
beef.
them out, dude. Fuck yeah.
They're on Creator Destructor Records, which is a Bay Area label. I've been that's like one of the few albums that I've really been fucking with this past year. It's called
Fuck
Hook.
yeah, man. Hooked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, man. I'll check it out for sure.
sick.
Fucking
Well,
man.
you know, we'll let you go now. We really appreciate your time. What do you want to plug
Yeah,
as
thank
far
you
as
so much.
what
Yeah,
does
plug
CELL
any
have
dates
going
Yeah.
on
or
for the rest of the
anything.
year?
Absolutely. Yeah, I
Socials,
was thinking
anything.
of other bands. I forgot to shout out one other band when I was
Shout
talking
them
about
out.
other
Shout
bands.
them out. I want to hear them.
Inside You from Oklahoma
Inside You?
City. Those are
I'm
my
gonna
big
check them out.
brothers.
I'm gonna
They're
write them
fucking
out.
awesome. Shout out Sledge, Agony, Bastion, Peeling, Unbeaten, Backroom.
Sledge actually played near us recently with Chasm and a band from Fresno called Bulldog. So
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure are you guys familiar with Palace of Morning?
I'm not Palace of
No.
Morning.
No,
Palace
but I
of
will
Morning, but it's
listen
like
to it.
MOUR.
Okay,
That band is sick. Yeah, check them out too. They were on tour with them for a while. I think it was the same tour.
okay, sick.
But yeah, check out the Unbearable Form if you haven't. It's on all streaming platforms. We'll be on tour with Mugshot, Keonashi, Mouthful War, Pains, I believe, starting in 2 weeks.
Sick.
We're
Okay.
going, I think that's just going east and back through the Midwest. And then we've got some one-offs, and then we'll be out west with Spite, Bodysnatcher, and Throne in June for a week. And then I got some other things that we can't talk about yet, but yeah,
Fucking
expect new music sooner than later. We're already working on shit.
Hey, we're excited, man. Hey,
man.
anything you come out with, fucking just
We're-
know
we're-
we're listening to it. When
Fuck
you
yeah,
come
man.
by, we'll be there.
Cool,
Fucking,
yeah.
We're juice.
Yeah, let us know when what date you guys can make it to the Spite tour, and I'll get you guys on the guest list, and we can hang out and kick it.
Hell yeah,
Let's get
brother.
it, man.
Let's kick
Hell
it.
yeah,
We
man.
appreciate it.
Absolutely, bro.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
And that's it, man.
Thanks for having.